slaves because they were brought here after the end of the slave trade. Now, the end of the slave trade, if the law was passed in Parliament in England by this man here, William Wilberforce. See the picture on this board there. You know Wilberforce College was named after him. Well, William Wilberforce worked for years trying to get that law passed through Parliament. In 1807, March 15, 1807, at our church we have Amistad Sunday and we celebrate all of these things. So it was illegal. It was against that law that it passed. If the law was passed and then through treaties and so forth, all of the countries who were shipping slaves to this country and to the Caribbean, the slave trade itself, not slavery, it didn't enslave them, but the trade. And these Africans were brought, there were slave ships that continued this. They continued to sneak in Africans, particularly in the Caribbean. Cuba was one of the ones really receptive to violating the slave trade. So these Africans had been brought to Cuba illegally on the slave ship Ticora, which they were still operating. And so there were many cases filed on this. I've been reading a book which W.B. Du Bois wrote it was written way back, but now they've updated it and reprinted it. And he has, I was surprised to see this, he has in that book listed all the trial cases. There were many that we never heard of that took place in these people in not only in England but in other countries, but in America too. The court records are there. And the one we hear the most about is the Amistad case. So the significant thing about the Amistad case is that was the first time a court of law in this country ever said black people were free, had freedom. And that's why we value the Amistad case so much. We see that there were people many years ago who were fighting to end this thing we call slavery. And that's why I brought this board, so you could see Wilberforce and some of the Africans in the history. Now, to go back to the word